Currently, I'm standing here with Josh Warren. He is a Tippecanoe High School graduate. What year did you graduate, Josh?
2014.
2014. So you're fresh out of the gate of Tippy Valley. Could you tell me what you miss most about being a Viking?
Well, quite honestly, I don't think you ever really stop being a Viking. You just add other labels on as you go.
Oh, that's a cool thought. So you just keep on, you're always a Viking throughout life.
Yeah, I'm a Viking because I graduated from Valley. I'm a Bulldog because my time at Mentone.
Very cool. I never thought about it that way. Could you tell me one of your favorite moments about being in high school?
Tough call, actually, because I had a few interesting moments.
Oh, I'd love to hear them.
And probably one of my most fondest memories here was the time I spent at the Runic Review newspaper. When we first started the newspaper back up, I was actually tasked with doing an article about the return of the newspaper. So for that, I had to do research on the old newspaper.
Sweet. And what are the other ones? Do you have ornery memories of being in high school?
Well, honestly, I didn't get into too much troubles because I was one of the kids who followed the rules and all, but
it's not bad to be that type of a kid, is it?
Not at all. Especially comes in handy when you're in college.
I'm sure. Could you tell me what one thing is that you learned in Tippy Valley that you took with you out into the real world, per se?
Work hard.
Work hard.
Basically, a good work ethic is going to take you through most anything, whether it's a personal project, school project, college, high school, whatever. It's especially going to be good when you finally get a job.
Right, so you use that mantra in every aspect of life.
More or less, I strive for the best I can do.
Well, I think
it's worked out well for me because as of now, I've gotten 2 semesters on the dean's list.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. But thank you so much for talking to me. And it's been a great time discussing your high school memories and different things that you got up to when you attended Tippy Valley. Thank you. I'm standing here now with a graduate, Bill Mock. Bill, what year did you graduate?
1998.
So I can imagine that a few things are different since 1998.
Just a few things. We've got the whole new addition up front, and new doors here, security, some paint and everything. I think the lockers are even new. So,
do you like the new lockers? Plus or minus?
Yeah, I don't know. So they're probably good.
Bill, do you have a favorite memory of being in high school?
We were thinking about that as we were driving down here, and I remember, I guess, the biggest thing that sticks out is 1997, we won the sectional for boys basketball. That was a big deal, and then we ended up going down to regional. So that seemed like a real big deal at the time, but otherwise, Friday nights, basketball, football, hanging with friends.
Do you have something that you miss most about being a Viking?
Probably just the time spent with friends, having good teachers, people that you felt like cared about you. It was different when you went to college and, bigger atmosphere.
Kind of that disconnect.
Yeah. So being in a smaller school, not super tiny, but small enough that people knew who you were, that was good. I liked that a lot.
Did you happen to run into anybody that you knew here, some familiar faces you haven't seen?
Seen a couple teachers, and surprised that they still have their hair, but I don't have mine. So, so it was good. So we'll probably look for some more people and say hi this afternoon still.
All right. Well, Bill, thank you so much for your time, and we'll be talking to a couple more graduates in just a few minutes.
Thank you.
I'm standing here now with Blake Adkins. Blake, what year did you graduate?
2006.
So I imagine that a few things are different from when you've actually graduated. Could you tell me what's different about the building?
Well, actually, I was in the class that was here when the school was remodeled. So the entire front end of the building, the new entrance and everything, that was added in my tenure here. So.
Oh wow! So you got to see the evolution of Tippy Valley.
Yeah.
So that's
to what
cool.
It is now. Yeah, I have.
So when you walk in, it's not completely foreign. You'll be like, oh, so that's what they were doing when they were working up there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Could you tell me what one of your favorite memories of being in high school is?
You know, I have to say, because we had a drama club back then, doing drama, and art was also one of my favorite things.
Any specific reason why, or was it just a good time?
Good time, and had really good teachers.
Oh, I'm sure that always makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, and to the kids coming in, I'm sorry, but the teacher that I had is just now retired, so.
Oh, you don't have the good teacher anymore?
Nope.
I'm sure they have a good person coming in his place, or her place. Hopefully. What class was that your favorite teacher taught?
Jan Mills, and it was the art class.
Oh, cool. Sweet. Could you tell me what you miss most about being a Viking?
Just the atmosphere. Being here with a bunch of kids and stuff. I mean, I was a substitute for a couple of years, and health reasons forced me to leave that post, but just the atmosphere of hanging out with kids that you knew and just chilling with friends.
And it was just a nice time.
Yeah.
Could you tell me how Tippy Valley prepared you for the real world?
Well, it did and then it didn't. I went on to college and got an associate's in graphic arts, and I've been using it here and there, and literally Tippy probably was my foundations, because if I hadn't loved the art program, I wouldn't have gotten to graphic arts.
So it gave you the base of what you're doing now.
Yeah.
So how did it not prepare you?
I never took an accounting class, so I've never been able to really do a checkbook.
So the practical things.
Yes, just the common sense stuff, like how to balance a checkbook and stuff, I still don't grasp that quite well.
Well, I guess you just kind of learn throughout life how to do those types of things. You never really think, how do people learn how to do those things? It just kind of happens. Well, Blake, thank you so much for your time, and we'll be back with a few more graduates of Tippy High School. I'm here with Leanne Garrity. She is a Tippecanoe graduate. Leanne, what year did you graduate?
1992.
So I'm sure that a few things are different.
Oh, lots of things are different.
So could you tell me a little bit about that?
I was here before the new part of the building was added on, so I've been walking around a little bit today and seeing where things were and where they aren't anymore and where new things are. But it's a really neat walk down memory lane.
It was a bit of a shock to come in and be like, oh, that's not how it was.
It was a little disorienting for a little bit, but I figured it out.
You figured it out. That's good. Do you have a favorite memory of being in high school?
Well, if you remember me, which I know you don't, but people on the camera would, you know that I was heavily involved with the color guard and the winter guard here at Tippecanoe Valley. We were here in some amazing years for the winter guard and the color guard, and one of my very favorite memories is winning the winter guard state finals when I was a senior.
Oh, wow.
It was absolutely amazing, and our very tall trophy still sits out in the trophy case, and I can show my 7-year-old, my 5-year-old, and my 2-year-old my trophy.
So you can be look what Mom did. She was accomplished.
That's right. And of course, you know, being that they're little boys, they're impressed by tall trophies.
That's true. That's true. Lastly, Leanne, what does it mean to you to be a Tippecanoe Valley graduate?
being part of Tippecanoe Valley means that you're not a number, that you're part of a community, an extended family, if you would. There's a lot of history and tradition here. Obviously, it's the 40th year anniversary, so we got 40 years under our belt.
Yeah.
But it means that the same people who poured into you as a teenager are now pouring into your kids.
Right.
They're still going. These people that you see on the street, and your heart remembers them.
Right.
You know, it's really amazing. I moved to Chicago for a while. Well, I've lived in a couple places, but most
sure that was a
recently
bit different.
Chicago. It was very different. But we wanted to move back so that we could be part of a community again. You go places, you see people that you know, you trust them.
Yeah, we interviewed a gentleman earlier, and he said there's just something that feels good about knowing everybody's face.
Right.
When you go around.
It's true. It's true.
It feels like home, I suppose.
It does. It feels like home.
Well, Leanne, thank you so much for your time. It's been great interviewing you, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.
Thanks. Thanks, everybody.
I'm standing here with Tom Finney. He is a Tippecanoe Valley graduate. What year did you graduate, Tom?
1987.
1987. So I can imagine that a couple things are different.
Yes.
Looking around, what
Yes.
can you tell me that looks a bit different from what you remember?
Nobody has the sexy mullets anymore, which I sported.
You supported that?
Yes.
You want to bring them back?
No.
No, don't bring them back. Only supported them back then.
Yes.
It was a high school thing.
Yes.
Could you tell me what one of your favorite moments from high school is?
Probably one of my favorite moments was when we were a senior. We never beat Warsaw ever in the sectional. We were all the little schools and then Warsaw, and we beat Warsaw for the sectional in basketball.
Man. So that was a pretty big deal back then, I bet,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Could you tell me what you miss most about being a Viking?
I probably miss football. I played football all 4 years, and I didn't play after that, so I do miss that part of it.
Kind of that nostalgic
Yeah,
feeling.
and it's very small. I live close to Indianapolis now, so
right.
it's a lot different environment here.
Very cool. Were you able to meet up with some people that you went to school with? Did you see some familiar faces you haven't seen in a while?
Oh, a few, mostly the older people, but
it was nice to meet up with. Well, thank you so much for your time, Tom.
No problem.